Hey beautiful internet people, my name is Gecko and welcome back to another video. So yeah, as you can tell by the title, we are continuing the trend of adding the mobvote mobs into the game before 2021's Minecraft Live. So today we're going to be doing the Allay, which is definitely the best mob and you should definitely vote for that. If it doesn't win, I'm going to be very sad. But yeah, this process was not as simple as I expected, and yeah, there's a reason why this video is a day late in comparison with the glare. But yeah, let's jump straight into it. Now, in case you haven't noticed, the actual look of the Allay is very similar to the Vex. So what I originally wanted to do was to just go grab the Vex model, adjust it a little bit, and then create a new texture for it. But I quickly learned that, I don't know, something just felt off, and so I just ended up deleting the whole Vex model and just creating one from scratch, which I think was a good call because in the end the actual design does look quite different from the Vex. But yeah, now that we had our very simple model done, we can move on to texturing. The texturing was also quite simple because, well, it's just a blue blob with wings. I mean, it's not like with the glare where you had to make these patterns. I literally just like painted it blue, added a little bit of detail, and called it a day, and it looked dope. On top of that, I also created a flying animation for when the Allay like just moves around, and then later on I also actually made a dance animation. We'll get to that in a bit. Okay, so now we have a model, a texture, and some animations, and that literally just took me 30 minutes. So now I should just like be able to slap some AI on top of that and call it a day. How foolish of me to think it would be that simple. Okay, so we'll get to the complications later on, but yeah, so I started out with the Vex behavior, the bee behavior, and the villager behavior. The Vex because, well, the movement is quite similar to what I already want to do, so it's a good basis to start off of. The bee because, well, the bee has a bit of code that allows the mob to search for a specific block. In the bee, it is searching for some flowers, but I'm going to be using it for the Allay to search for note blocks. And then the villager because, well, the villagers have the ability to like share carrots between each other. So I'm going to piggyback off of that for the Allay to be able to pick up items and drop them back home. And that last part is where the complication came in. The first part was very simple to do. It took me like an hour or something to finish up. But the second bit, yeah, I tried to do it for like quite a while and I just couldn't get it to work. The mechanic where the mob can throw items around, it's very weird, and I don't know why, but like I tell the mob to only hold one item and throw the other 63 items away. But then the mob ends up dropping 18 items before moving on with its life, and I don't know why, but it just confused me and it was such a pain. And yeah, I decided to call it a day and made it the following day's problem. Okay, so it is the following day and I decided to scrap that mechanic entirely. So this is just meant to be like a prototype to get a good kind of view of how the Allay would look inside of the game, how it may possibly behave, but it's not meant to be like a proper add-on that you're supposed to play with. And so I ended up just scrapping the whole part where the Allay will search for an item, pick it up, go back to the note block and drop it off. But that meant that the Allay would pretty much just float around and do nothing. So I wanted to do something else as well. So I added the mechanic where the Allay will actually dance when there is a note block nearby. So I did end up using that bit of code for searching for a block to make the Allay search for any nearby note blocks. If it finds a note block, it will fly to the note block, perform its little dance, and then go away and wait for a cooldown before it search again for another note block to dance next to. I'm pretty happy with how the animation everything turns out for the dancing. I think it's quite cool. And then after that I also added the ability to tame the Allay using a cookie. So you can just go ahead and feed it a cookie and it will become your pet. But 2 days and many tears later, let's see this thing in game. Just before we continue, I do want to ask that if you do end up enjoying this video, please consider subscribing and leaving a like. It really helps out a lot. and lets me know that you guys do enjoy this kind of content. But yeah, back to the video. Okay, are you guys ready for this? It's been a bit of a struggle to get here, but look at it! Isn't that literally the cutest thing you have ever seen? Just look at it. Okay, yeah, but at the moment I'm just kind of teleporting him in place for us to admire, but if we quickly remove that command block, he will just fly off. Where are you going, buddy? I'm trying to show you off, but now, okay, let me chase after this guy. But as you can see, he will just kind of fly around and mind his own business, but there's more. Okay, so we have our buddy over there, but let's see what happens if I place down a note block. He dances! They will go towards the note blocks and dance. And then there will be like a random period of cooldown for them, so they won't permanently dance, but if they're close to a note block, they will like go to it and perform their little dance. I think that one maybe still be on a cooldown, but if we spawn in a new one, just look at his little dance. Isn't that adorable? But wait, there's still more, because well, you can actually tame these guys with the use of a cookie. Let me show you. Okay, so let's just chase after this guy, and if we force feed him a cookie, come on, wait, tame. What is this luck? I'm gonna give you like a whole stack of cookies. Hey, he finally accepted our gift. And now he's just flying around with his little cookie, and he will actually follow us. He's now our pet, so we can just kind of go around wherever and he will follow us while holding his little cookie. Can you imagine just having like an army of these guys carrying around the items in like your farms? It'd be pretty cool. It's just, I don't know why him holding a cookie is so adorable in my opinion, but he will actually still dance even with the cookie. I guess we're just gonna AFK here until he does. I think he's going to do it. Is he going to do it? Is he going to... Hey, he did it! As you can tell, he still does his little dance, but he actually kind of, I guess, like juggles his cookie, just throws it into the air, does his little dance, and then moves on with his life. And yeah, I just feel that's a nice touch. So yeah, I hope that you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, feel free to leave a like and to subscribe if you're new around here. But thanks for watching, guys, and I will see all of you again in the future with a brand new video. Cheers!